Let's see if we're right. Right, guys, welcome to a Reddit 3 game on Infinity Isle. I specifically want to cast this match because, this will be following with another replay because I believe this is a grudge match. We have two contestants here. On the left side, we have Teal allies Master X, and on the yellow, we have on the right side, we have yellow Alvin Tay. So I know Alvin Taylor, and let me introduce to you. This guy has played 10,000s of game, and I'm not kidding. So he knows what he's doing with playing Empire. On the left side, our contestant Master Race, I have recently seen him for a couple of years. He is maining allies, so I expect a good performance from him as well. So this is the introduction. So I'd like to tell and speak about a few things. First of all, I'm so angry. The main reason is I was supposed to upload a game that is uploaded by GB611 111. It's a free-for-all game for Burned Out Paradise, but guess what? Who may have forgotten to click on record the video? Well, you are looking at me right now. So I was just speaking in front of a screen and not recording for anything. It's quite embarrassing, and yeah, I'm quite angry. So you may ask what happened with the Chrono Clash as well. So here's what happened. For two consecutive Saturdays, we had immense, incredible cold and stormy days. And yesterday and the previous Saturday, it was incredibly bad. And I don't know, I caught cold, I suppose, or something worse happened to me, and I was so ill, I healed in like 3 or 4 days. So in the meantime, I couldn't do anything regarding with the Chrono Clash. I recorded the games, but I was so sick and so weak, I could not even like upload them on the YouTube. I couldn't even put them on the YouTube. So apologize for the wait. I intend to finish it in today or in a couple days. But for a breaker, for some chilling out, I decided to upload a few games. The first was the Burnout Paradise game, but I forgot to record it, so we are here now for the entertainment purpose. We have the game of Master X and Alvin Tay. Now, both sides. Okay, now back to game. Now, we are on two players, meaning on the hilltop, they have infantry, and unfortunately, Alvin Tay loses everything he had to Vindicators. He still has no Mecha Bay. So, how are you going to stop this infantry madness? Of course, for the things for the Master X is quite simple. Just walls and this infantry army will be nullified. Or better yet, you can maybe go for tier 2 and then get very nice and simple cryocopter, and once again, Imperial Army will be nothing. Now, Imperial Warrior charging, but I think... Okay, they made it through, but now they're Peacekeepers on right shield and they are being crushed by the Dojo Core. Peacekeeper numbers are now culled one by one. There's only one Peacekeeper lives today to tell that they have been defeated on Hilltop. Now, air support has now arrived. This Dojo Core is going to be sniped even before deployed. Multi-gunner turret is now deployed, but Peacekeeper has been taken down. Most unfortunate for it, because one Peacekeeper in this multi-gunner turret can actually snipe everything. Now, you can actually sell the boot camp to get the Peacekeeper, and that's too late. Now, Imperial Warriors are doing nothing. And so many Imperial Warriors are now being poured to the this base. Now, Oil Derrick is now under threat. These Peacekeepers are under threat. Vindicators can't decide what to target first, and they waste all of the 9 bombs with just one single Imperial Warrior. The flash is still burning there. Now, all of the Imperial Warriors are now stunned. I think we have one casualty over here because of the explosion radius. Now, things are not very nice for the Master X. Now, multi-gunner turret deployed, but not in the best position he could possibly have. I think this will be the game. Alvin Tay is now actually quite free. Cutting down the power of the Alvin Tay, that's not that bad. Now, Peacekeeper numbers are now a bit swollen. These Imperial Warriors should draw their sword and charge, but they are not doing it. One Peacekeeper going front line, but yeah, it worked. Draw the micro, aggression of the units. Now, Peacekeepers now establish the piece of the base of the Master X. In the meantime, we have Burst Drone attached here, this Javelin just chilling around. It would be quite nice if Alvin actually attached a burst run over this collector and this one as well. Also, this peacekeeper is just chilling around, providing a nice map vision. More Imperial warriors are now in front lines, but I mean, these are too many peacekeepers and they can't match. Oh, this refinery core. Ah, that's terrible for the Alvin. I mean, just fetching one refinery core all over here to there would be too risky, and it was quite lucky for the Master X as well to have the Vindicators gliding around the base of Alventay so they can spot the refinery core and destroy it even before the tracks. Now, this refinery is built for nothing. Alvin, we're going to sell this, or this will be a very odd way to run an economy line for this. Well, lucky enough. Now Master is targeting this ore collector, but Alvin has a substitute ore collector already deployed. Now, 3 VXs, I think they should be a little bit enough, but he needs more Tengus. Because Striker VX rockets need time to reach there. Now, 2 Polos, just scouting the base, but the air base, 2 of the air base, I think they are full. Tsunami tank has arrived, but I don't think. Now, 1 Vindicator, almost there, but not enough. Okay, it has been sniped. A very nice dedication from the Alventay. One Tengu just beautifully snipes the Vindicator, but there's a problem. Assault Destroyer, have a right base, finished the job that Vindicators couldn't do, and now the economy of the Alventay is now suffering. This collector should be escorted well, or otherwise it will be going for nothing. And the worst, Alvin is actually repairing this. No, wait. Don't do it. Now, Tsunami tanks have arrived as a response, and now he's spotted and hightailing the collector. These Imperial warriors should do something, has to do something. All Derek is now being bombarded. These reacts are not enough. I mean, you need something more mobile, but then your opponent has lots of Tengus. Assault Destroyer unfortunately gets destroyed. Apollo also takes his own share for meddling around and flying on top of the VXs. Now Alvin is somehow on 3 refineries. We can expect him to go for 4th. But again, if he does the same mistake, I think this will be over for Alvin. Because after all, he will be so much in economically declined compared with his opponent. Riptides are now 1 Riptide and Dolphin. You have sniped his, naval refinery. Why do you go for Dolphin? Fortunately, the things are not very nice for this collector, but Alvin is actually going for a march. But, there are some javelins, peacekeepers. Now, Bull is being sold. Now, Multigun and Trent taking some shots. But, for what? At this point, I think Alvin can consider going for a tier 3, but that will require a lot. Collector has been sniped, and also Instant Generator gets frosted and sold off immediately. This Riptide is doing more than everything else for Master X. Another another Assault Destroyer. Seems like Alvin is now actually being in shambles. He can't do much against these, multi-pronged attacks. On top, Indicators can bombard here easily, and on here, the Sea Riptides or Assault Destroyers can actually deal damage to the economy, and on top of worse, infrastructure. All Derek has been sniped by the Vindicators, and Tengus are not responsive. This Tsunami tank used nano deflectors to get an instant repair. At this point, I think Master X can actually consider expanding. So just 1 prospector over here will do wonders for him, or you can get always an extra prospector to get down here. Realize that your opponent can't even move around your base, but has to defend his own base by massing units. So this will be a pretty well good moment for doing some expansions. Also, this Imperial Warrior gets sniped by the Peacekeepers. it lived long enough. These Imperial Warriors are now under threat of Assault Destroyers if they're moved, which is nice. Now, Black Hole Armor is used, beautifully crush all of the units. Now, all of the army of the... oh no. Master X brought his own Apollos, but here's the thing. I mean, under this threat, they can handle down these Apollos. Okay, somehow, the advantage goes in the favor of Alvin Tay. His army is a little bit much, and before getting on hydrofoil, this naval seaport should be eliminated as quickly as possible. Apollos are trying to micromanage their way to deal as much as damage they could. One Apollo is down, the other Apollo still survives. So, are you going to get around and go and attack here, or are you going to back? So, since he's attacking, you can actually send these two units, just deal damage, just lock in the javelins, and they will do lots of heavy damage. Now, Guardian, the response comes, and 3 IFBs and 1 Guardian tank. Now, Tengus have landed. 2 VXs are... What are you doing? Oh. Now this army is actually under mercy of any kind of Vindicator if he has. Unfortunately, yeah, there is only 2 Vindicators. Now, luckily enough, Alvin has point defense drones on. Cryo shot is being used, but it's mostly. Now these IFBs sniping 1 Tango that has been on red HP. 1 collector has been taken. Now these tsunami tanks can actually deal some damage to this infrastructure. Just leave 1 over there. Vindicator bombs are being poured down 1 by 1. Meanwhile, the Master X is now under threat for his own, the 2nd Prospector. 1 Guardian tank joined to the fray. Here's the troubling issue. This army should deal as much as damage and then bolt as quickly as possible. Otherwise, they will be kept bombarded by everything else that they fire. Okay, Tengu's out. No! Okay, it seems like you've grown sick and tired of these 2 Vindicators bombing you, but you didn't expect these 4 Apollos. And you just only have 1 VX on the land. Tsunami tanks can't even take down the Prospector. So all of this army for just taking down 1 seaport and 1 collector, which has been now replaced. And yeah, you have to be more mindful with your units. Alvin's slowly losing this game round. I mean, he couldn't use the momentum that he built over there. I mean, taking down the seaport, and then if only he had landed down his VXs as well, that would be much better. Just for 1 Guardian tank, he kept the chopper, he kept his striker VX as chopper VX, deal damage, but you had tsunami tanks, so why would you bother that? Now 4 Apollos just boastfully gliding over the base of Alvin. Okay, not the base, but to get enough information he wanted to have. But still Master X is on 3 refineries. You have your opponent pinned pretty well. I mean, surely this seaport was taken down. Cryocopter now freezing the ore collector. I think he will be successful over this because I don't think he has much of anti-air with these Tengus. And now, what are they doing? And Q moving, all of you have. This Cryocopter should be saved. Unfortunately, too late, and that's not how you like it. Now VX is targeting 1 Apollo. The 1 Apollo is down. The second one is half HP. That should be more than enough. We see some sizable amount of peacekeepers from that Master X's side. A bit passive game. I think Master X is expecting his opponent to deal make a mistake, so Master X can actually secure the win. Because this game is like hanging on a thread. Both sides are waiting their opponent to do a mistake. So I think Alvin made a mistake enough to waste his army for just 1 collector and seaport. The total damage inflicted, 2,000 credits. Total damage received, immeasurable, like incalculable. You lost your army. Add insult to injury. Defender core, Frost. Refinery, Frost, beautiful bomb micro. Tengus are going to snipe this Vindicator. Is this Vindicator going to deal damage and escape? Yes, going to do. On top of that, 1 Tengu is destroyed as well. The economy damage is so high, it just sticks like this. that goes to the infinity. Now Alvin just still, I mean, he is mostly sitting in his base and not doing much. Speaking of doing much, he goes for the refinery, and he has one Yari mini sub. So when did you get this Imperial Dogs? I missed that. And also, how did Master X miss that as well? He has 3 Apollos, he has air superiority, he has everything he could ask for. All he needs a little bit nudge. Tank Buster Surprise used a very close proximity of a Peacekeeper, so Master X, come on. Come on, you got to notice this. He's actually drawing some attention with moving his army, but Prospector has been sniped very quickly. Now, Tank Busters dealing damage. They are very close to each other, so this Peacekeeper can actually do a lot of splash damage. Instead, Vindicator does the splash damage. But half HP of the refinery has been dealt with. Now, this is a very powerful stronghold. And unless you get tier 3 or Cyanic Decimator, you can't pass this. You need Wave Force Artillery, and Nanotech Mainframe is now coming up. I think the main mistake of the Master X, once again, I'm telling that he is not committing enough. Now, at least he sees that his opponent has the 4th refinery. So I think a cryo run will happen soon enough. Athena Cannon is on the field. This indicates that our Master X is now on tier 3. Now, observation post, instead of stealing it, always gets destroyed. This building is actually very valuable, and I know that 500 credits for engineer is a lot compared with what you can possibly get, but I mean, it just pays off in a different way. Now, Tengus just landed on Prospector. This is a loss of Tengus, so this is a successful run. Cryo Blast has been used, but I don't think it will catch any. Okay, one Tengu has been caught. And Q move from Master X as a response. Good Tengu just sniped immediately. But it was much better than the previous attack. One Tengu for one collector, and on verse, I mean, can't defense drones used on the Tengus, but why? I mean, you could use on all of them, and you're not doing anything else with them. And now Dolphin is now moving to deal damage to this, and we see a Shogun battleship. When did you get to tier 3? When did this happen? And friendly firing. Okay, so this indicates for the Master X, okay, I have stalled enough time. I have to do something because my opponent is growing strong, and somehow I'm not even going for tier more, for example, refineries. Like, I didn't go for this one, I didn't go for this one, so I had to move. And one King Oni versus the all. As long as he... Yuriko, fine, but this map is infested with Vindicators. You have to do something. Like, I mean, protect the Yuriko, come on. One chop will be exposed for the air mode and dealing as much as damage. Now, tier 3 Dojo Core has been sniped. This army is not positioned very well, and now the base is on the threat. Aircraft carrier is on. They are doing. Okay, airfield has been sniped. The tier 3 Mecha Bay is on the threat. This King Oni is being as wasteful as possible. Ooh, that was beautiful Yuriko garrison play for the Vindicator. That's how you handle a rank Vindicator. Insane. Poles have arrived, and another King Oni. So, okay, units are under the range of the Yuriko. Say they are taking them one by one, which is very nice. All of the units are now being scattered around. The poles have arrived, but for nothing. There are only Tengus left. Now, this Athena cannon is star rank. Infantry is now being claimed one by one. Why are you using this Guardian tank on the target painter? Just go into toggle mode. And Tank Busters taken down the Athena cannon that has been star rank as well. And this Guardian tank is now forfeit. Just uses target painter. New Mecha Bay is being deployed, but naval army of the Master X grows stronger and stronger every passing moment. So we just see one Shogun. But I think a Naginata cruiser should be more than enough, or maybe get some 3 or 4 Yari mini subs, because after all, the air power has been reset for the Master X. He has only 3 follows, and now he's still playing with fire. This Yuriko. can actually do more than that. What can we possibly do now? The Vindicator is not targeted. Not enough time for the bomb in the new Mecha Bay and the ore refinery. Apollos, if you fly over here, the one Yuriko just takes down the Apollo very immediately. Just go do the same again. Move around here, and the Yuriko will handle this Apollo in a flash second. Now, this Shogun battleship now targeting. Okay, you're targeting the refinery as well. So why do you bother yourself with the collector? But anyway, it worked and takes down both of them. On the meantime, we see the same happening for our contester, Alvin Tay as well. One Dolphin is just accompanying the Shogun battleship, but this is more than enough. Just one extra shot, that is all needed for taking down this aircraft carrier. Crushing move, not good enough. Star rank couldn't survive and trades the rank to the Shogun battleship as for 2 level. Another collector, another misfortune. And well, Master X is now only in 1 refinery. He has all of these multi-gunner turrets, but they are not going to serve for anything. Now the seaport is under threat. As long as there is no cryocopter, I don't think he can handle this. And what are these Mirage tanks? I think they may go for snipe this one. If this is going to happen, it will be very nice for the Master X. They are in the range. On the meantime, this Athena cannon chipping down the buildings one by one. But now, Alvin Tay suddenly realizing what's happening to him. No, don't move closer to them. Is him aggravating them? Master X. EMP used on the other Shogun. Okay, so sudden strike happened to the Shogun, and a third of HP has been taken down. Alvin can actually force fire on these Mirage tanks if he wants to. Prospector is actually moving in to draw the focus fire, I suppose, or for expansion purposes. Now 2 Shoguns raining barrage of death. The base of Master X, there's only 1 Athena cannon, but that would be not enough. And I think Yuriko is still there. Yes, Alvin still has a Yuriko and not uses to take down this. Instead, he will take the Apollo. Okay, not in range, but you can actually take down this Athena cannon. The only trouble you can experience is a Cryo Blast or Cryo Gaddon immediately being targeted. Now, infrastructure is going as bad as could be possible. MCV unpacks and unpacks again. Tank Buster Surprise used. Is there any... Why did he use it over here? I mean, Shogun's range, it was more than enough. Now, it's a little bit getting too late for Alvin. But, oh, these Tengus can actually take down this Athena cannon. And if Alvin gives the command, they can do it. Balloon bombs.
The seas have been unmerciful.
Fine. Alvin. Use your Tengus. Take down this. Use your collector. You have actually... Ooh, the surplus of the collectors. I mean, Master X losing everything on the land. He has only 1 air base, and I think if Shogun moved over here, he can target here as well. There are only 3 Mirage tanks that can protect everything. Now, woo, the action that we want to see always. The collectors on the march and chasing this Athena cannon. Come on. Inject the Yuriko, come on. But if you move over there...
Systems are damaged.
Okay, that's something. With the last effort, last money, the cryocopter is being built. But here's a problem. Here's a big problem. Yes, Tengus. And these Tengus, one is a star rank. The other... Wait. 2 star rank. 2 star rank Tengus and point defense drones. That's a lot. That can snipe a cryocopter. And now collectors are on the march, but they met with the walls. And now they are being targeted by the Athena cannons. No. Uh-oh. Airbase is now sniped. This Athena cannon just says, no, I want to take down these collectors. I don't... Shogun is big, Shogun is fat, I don't want to handle it. Oh, come on. Almost there, come on. You can do it. Do it. Yes, star rank for the Mirage tank. And now there's only one Shogun left. The MCV is under so much damage. Where is the cryocopter that you cherished upon a lot? It's nowhere to be seen. Has it been sniped? I think it's been sniped by the Tengus. Yes, it must be. One star rank Tengu for one cryocopter that you built somehow. Now it all takes for the positioning and yeah. Oh come on guys, one of you can tap out already. I don't think Alvin, I mean both sides are now crippled beyond the belief. A ore refinery. Fresh beginnings. That works. So is he going to stall this game? And can you realize that if only you move this Yuriko all here, moving, you can end the game immediately. So what are we waiting for? Tengus are just chilling around for the guy now on gliding. Sizable peacekeeper army, but where are they going and why are they there? And you can also sell these wolves. I mean, a little bit money. Now Master X licking his wounds and try to rebuild an air base. Tank busters. Ooh. Okay, so he wants to draw them in here. So the Shogun can actually bombard them. But why? Why would you do this? And also, can you start using your... Oh. Tengus have arrived. Now, Mirage Tank, blade his hand, invisible, can target with the Shogun anytime soon. Okay, airfield is on, so... I think we will wait who is going to do a mistake and then tap out. What is he going to get? An Apollo, a Vindicator, or a Cryocopter? I guess he will get a Vindicator. No rest for this little sizable land army. But come on, you guys. Stop being so afraid and do something. Just go and check his base and you will see that you are actually wasting your time. And finally, that wasn't random, by the way. I mean, the Shogun has 2 cannons to attack. So one of them, it auto-targeted this building, which is nice. Cryogeddon. Beautiful way to use the propaganda. Okay, that was something. He used the ramming speed, increase the move speed, and now he gets a point defense throw. MCV packs up again. MC collector or refinery just gets immediately destroyed. Uh-oh. No. No, don't do that. Trust me. Trust me, don't do that. Don't ever move over here. Just don't. Tell you. I think this is the moment Alvin realizes that he has Yuriko still. Could you believe this is just Yuriko chilling in here with just one Imperial Warrior? Hey, I'm bored with this fight. Let's do something. Oh. Are we going to see the Yuriko going to be sniped like this? Gosh dang. No! MCV is also goes to skies! Oh, what kind of an anti-climb? The way the MCV moves like goes in the sky just because of the tier 3 Yuriko deals a lot of damage and immediately snipes it. Okay, so that's the first game, guys. And now, the main reason why I believe this was a grudge match, is very simple because right after this game, the Master X, the one who lost the previous game, uploaded a replay. And it was significantly shorter than compared with this one. I mean, I think, and much more less entertaining than this one. Because this game is now uploaded in the name of Alvin Tutorial 2, I kid you not. And on the forums, it was uploaded as how to beat Alvin Tay in a tutorial fashion. So once again, on we are Infinity Isle. On the right, we have the Master X, and on the left, we have Alvin Tay. This time playing as the Green Empire. So I wonder what's going to be different in this game. So we see very quick barracks in this game instead of like the late one, belated one. One dog just found up as a quickly. One javelin. Finally, we get to see a javelin. Garrisons. Okay, so much awareness have been changed. I mean, in previous game, he didn't do this. He didn't clear out this garrison and this garrison. I mean, his own garrisons, let's say. Now he is playing a little bit more careful. Let's see on the Alvin side. Alvin should realize that the same thing that he's going to do may not work. We may need to improvise his strategy, his build order, perhaps. A quick capture for their oil derrick, which is nice. Burst drone scouting what he has and realizing that Master X does not have airfield yet, but he will soon build it. And also, I mean, surely, I mean, Allies Air Force is very strong enough and gives you a lot of grip. But at this point, if you want to push, you just go for seaport, get one or two riptides, and that will be the game. You can immediately pack a punch and go through the base of Empire. Very simple. Now Alvin going for the very quick third refinery. Still no sight for any kind of mecha base, so this will put Empire once again in a risky position. Now airfield is deployed and first Vindicator is on the field. Can actually go for a bombing run very quickly for this Doja core. The first or second one doesn't really matter. Half HP taken down already. Now Garrison is being filled with the Peacekeepers. Can make a good strong point over here. And if this Garrison has javelins, which I believe true, this is not a very good way to use your Doja cores. Not the best way you can do. All of this infantry dying for nothing. Peacekeeper numbers are still the same. Meanwhile, Imperial warriors and now the last one is going to die very soon enough. Hiding behind. Anyway, Oil Derrick is dangerous low HP. It doesn't really matter. But I can easily say Alvin didn't really do what he wanted to execute there. And got in the range of many Peacekeepers and just sniped one by one. Oil Derrick soon to be destroyed, but I think Alvin doesn't want to relinquish his own Oil Derrick. Deploys an dojo so that he can get an engineer and repair it. But I don't think that's going to work very soon enough. After all, the Vindicator they need one bomb. More than enough. But still you can use the engineer on this observation post. Instead he cancelled it. Now Defender VX, the third Vindicator, bombs it before it even gets deployed. Dojo Core has been sold to Mecha Tengus, but I think you will need much more than that. Now I think... Okay, a different route. Or collect a bomb to the half HP. Tengu's now engaging on the pole, but that's not necessary. Doesn't really matter, after all, he has two airfields, so Alvin should actually just go back on the base and try to build his... increase the numbers of Tengus. Fender VX dealing some damage. Doesn't really matter. Collector just takes taken down by the Master X in a very safest fashion. I mean, after all, the base, the most of the units are being built over here. So if Alvin deployed the Mecha Bay over here, that would be much better for him. So with one Defender Core, he can actually defend everything. But with this Defender Core, just defends a bunch of Tengus. For example, building over here and there will be much better. This will only give you the trouble of, for example, a Cryogeddon, freezing everything you had. But that's the Red thing, and when you play Empire, somehow you get to realize that against allies you have a disadvantage on the late game. Because one single Cryoblast or Cryogeddon can actually freeze what you have. Now, the vision goes to the vision bonus goes for the Master X, relentlessly bombing this refinery and the ore collector. I think he, I mean, whether deliberately or unknowingly, just timed very well and splash damage dealt damage to both collector and the refinery. Now, Alvente force fire on the ground to make all of the Tengus fit in the circle of the point defense drones. If this is going to happen, then a bit late, I must say. But still, Alvin is on 2 refinery. That's not the end of the world. And that actually gave Alvin a lot of time to build his forces for anti-air. Still, 5 Apollo and 5 Apollo is much for any kind of thing, whatever happens. But at this point, I think. Ooh. Are we going to 3rd airbase? Now that's what you get. You can't match up the production. I mean, that's not going to happen. Okay, point defense drones, all of them used. But here's the trouble. He sees you. He sees what you're up to. He has a full vision, and now big dogfight is now starting. Now the Tengus versus Apollo. 1 Apollo is down, 2nd Apollo is down, 3rd Apollo is down, 5th Apollo is also down, the 6th is also down, the 7th is down, but all of the Tengus are now grounded one by one. So, Vindicators are still free, and you get your you get your Tengu count resetted. Meanwhile, just allies can pop out more Apollos from 3 air bases simultaneously. So, congratulations on the Master X to read and understand the strategy of the Alvente. And that was a grudge match, I think. So, I don't know if he get pissed off or angry or did they have beef after the game. But after this, seeing this game immediately, a little bit humorous for me. I don't know you guys. Anyway, thank you for watching. And I will be happy if you leave a like and also feel free to comment for whatever else you want to. And I hope you guys subscribe and enjoy the content. Stay tuned for more.